Hi guys, hope you are well. Now we saw obviously a shocking set of election results for the Labour Party, but the latest YouGov poll that's just come out post-election paints an even more appalling picture for Keir Starmer's woke Labour. And what it shows is really, really remarkable. Top of the line, 52%, that's right, a majority of working class Brits now intend to vote Conservative. But before we dig into that, let's just look at the top line figures. That we find the overall lead now is 15 points. That is an absolute whopper. When you look, the Conservative Party now on 45% up 2, Labour down 3 to 30, Lib Dem 7. Interestingly, the Greens there up 2 to 8%, Reform down 1 on 2. But as I mentioned, the really interesting part for me in this, once again we saw in Hartlepool, we've seen it in the red wall and increasingly becoming the blue wall, is that working class Brits are turning their backs on the Labour Party en masse and switching to the Conservatives. What you find in this YouGov poll is that 52% of Brits who are working class now intend to vote Tory. That's a 27-point lead the Conservatives now have with working class voters over the Labour Party. When you look at middle class voters, the lead is much smaller. The lead with middle class voters is 7 points compared to 27 points advantage for the Tories when it comes to working class voters. Interestingly enough, the Tories now lead in the north of England and have, just get your head around this one, a 37-point lead in the south of England outside of London. Frankly, I've never seen a lead that large. 37-point lead for the Tories in South England outside of London. The Green Party development could be one to keep an eye on, because what you also see here overall, the Greens on 8% overall, but when you look at who's voting for them now, 12% of those who voted Labour in 2019 at the general election and 13% of those who voted Lib Dem have now switched to the Green Party. So could we see the Green Party build their support or not? It shows you the tremendous pressure now the Labour Party are under as they're floundering under Keir Starmer. If this continues, what you saw in Hartlepool, what you saw at the latest set of elections, certainly what you saw at the 2019 general election, could get even worse for the Labour Party. Of course, another by-election coming up at Batley and Spen. If the Labour Party fail to hold that seat, that could spell the end for Keir Starmer's leadership. But quite amazing now that 52%, a majority of working class Brits, now intend to vote Tory. The Conservatives have a 27-point lead over Labour with working class Brits. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Does this surprise you or not? How do you intend to vote? And of course, if you enjoyed this video, if you have found it helpful and informative, please do give it a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Make sure you check out my new show, The Snap with Patrick O'Flynn. See the link down below as well. And of course, you can become a member here on the channel by hitting the join button. And of course, guys, as ever, thank you so much for watching.